Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial. The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody. Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain-dead bicker, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please, carry on. Oh, you're finally done. In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago. Silly me, I have a short attention span. So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice. A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself. That is what I promised, isn't it? All right, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face. Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice? Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game. Let's get this started, shall we? Welcome back to the trial grounds, everyone. Unlike previously, today will be no circus. No mockery woven with stitches and needles. A true, fair, and proper trial will commence. A battle of wits between the blackened and the spotless. I doubt I have to explain the rules to you again. But even so, you must vote for who you believe is the blackened. If the blackened receives the majority of votes, only they will be punished, and the rest of you will resume your killing game experience. However, if you vote for the wrong person, then expect no sympathy from your hosts. All spotless students will meet a tragic end, or the blackened will be granted release from this academy. Happy discussing! We pray for your survival and success. Of course! If we were responsible for his death, you lot wouldn't be here discussing it. Take the bad with the good, dearest pupil. No one fears game consoles. Well, no one besides parents and the religiously inclined. Hello, it is I, Tozu, answerer of questions. You ask a question, I give an answer. 'Tis common sense it is. I am a host with an ascendant in question answering. A jack of all trades, if you will. Are we talking in a literal or philosophical sense? I see. All right, I'll humor your question. If you ask nicely. Go on, ask the question again. Well, since you're so polite, I'd be a fool not to tell you. The truth is, the class trial will only end once I become bored with it. Come now, it's not like I wouldn't announce a warning in advance. Tick-tock, tick-tock, that's the sound of my internal clock, losing patience. Let's start wrapping things up, shall we? I think we're long overdue for a vote. See? Smart, snappy, and to the point. If that happened and all of you agreed to vote, what reason is there for me to say no? Indeedy. Not yet. Perhaps you need a short break. Something to lighten the mood and let you collect yourself. Something like a nice cup of tea. Welcome, one and all, to the first episode of Tozu's Tea Time. If you haven't already, please sit back and relax. Here, we do not use our brains, but deal only in gossip. Now, a question from me to you. What are sheep good at, if anything? Most humans, and some sheep,
tend to respond with a resounding absolutely nothing. Sheep cannot create art or invent medicine. For goodness sake, they can't even perform music. Their limited speech and quadrupedal locomotion prevents them from reaching the heights of humans. They're practically glued to the lower echelons of the food chain. No matter how hard sheep may try, they will never be anything more than their number tags. I can't say I like that answer. Too pessimistic for me. Plus, what of the sheep who still try? The sheep who realize their fate but continue to challenge it all the same. That they can be so determined to prove their worth, when humans have all but deemed them microwavable meals. Isn't that something admirable? What a shame our sheep had to be so misguided. It seems that's about all the time we have. Thank you again for attending Tozu's Tea Time. No need for extravagant farewells. I've an inkling you'll be back for tea sooner than you can say Jack Robinson. Who's Jack Robinson? I have no idea. Ta-ta! Has all this murder hubbub left your head in a tizzy?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can everyone hear me?
Yes? Great. Good morning, my amicable student friends.
First off, allow me to apologize. I realize the ride here was a bumpy one, especially for ultimates such as yourselves.
But expect things to be different within these halls. Yes, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Eden's Garden Academy. May this be the beginning of a wondrous journey. Ow, 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 ow! Stop it! Ugh! Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
How interesting.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Rise and shine.
Rise and shine.
Well done.
Such a spoilsport. Why the long face?
To the trial room.
I have an appetite.
For destruction.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Plot twist. Plot twist. Rubbish. Ingrates. Such disrespect.
Such disrespect. I've bitten off more than I can chew. I'm going to ruin my gloves.
Isn't this lovely? My blood is rushing. The show must go on.
Who, me?